Do you know who Sakir Akan is?
I want to get back to the first part
No,
of
I'm
your
asking a question. Do you know who
Well,
Sakir Akan is?
I want to make sure you understand that this simply says that we will cooperate with ICE.
No,
in
it does
all-
not say that. I read what it
We will
says, and let me talk to you about the results. Do you know who Sakir Akan is? You should, as the governor of New York State. Do you know?
Refresh my recollection.
He was an illegal migrant in New York. And do you know what crime he committed in addition to being here illegally?
No, I do not.
You do not. This was widely reported. He found a 15-year-old girl, threatened her with a metal pole, told her to get into the back seat of his car. He took her clothes off, and he violently raped her in Albany, New York. Do you know who Sebastian Zapita Khalil is?
I'm sure you'll tell me there's many cases, whether they're
These are
here-
high-profile cases.
Yes.
New Yorkers know about them, and you don't. So let's talk about Sebastian Zapita Khalil. Do you know who that is?
I don't have the specific details at my disposal, no.
Well, this is an illegal migrant in New York because of your sanctuary state policies. Do you know what crime he committed?
Ladies and gentlemen, patriots, and hardworking Americans, what you're about to see is the absolute betrayal of New York by Governor Kathy Hochul. We've got the receipts, the facts, and the devastating consequences of her radical left-wing policies. This isn't just politics. This is about the safety of our families, our children, and the very soul of our nation. Buckle up, because we're exposing the truth that the mainstream media refuses to tell you.
Thank you.
Chair recognizes Ms. Stefanik from New York.
Thank you. Governor Hochul, on your first day in office, you signed Executive Order 1. Is that correct?
I believe it is.
And you extended this executive order not once, not twice, but 3 times, most recently January 16th of this year. Is that correct?
If that's what your facts show, I signed countless executive orders.
I would
and
assume you'd
policies
know
and
it's
laws.
Executive Order 1. And this is a continuation of your predecessor's sanctuary state policies, correct? Is included in that.
I want to be sure we are defining sanctuary state
I'll
properly.
define it for you. It is the policy of the state that state officers or employees shall not disclose information to federal immigration authorities for the purpose of federal civil immigration enforcement. It goes on to say, law enforcement officers may not use resources, equipment, or personnel for the purpose of detecting and apprehending any individual suspected or wanted for violating a civil immigration office. Law enforcement officers have no authority in the state of New York to take any policy action solely because the person is an undocumented alien. That's a quote in your executive orders that you extended. Now, do you know who Sakir Akan is?
I want to get back to the first part
No,
of
I'm
your
asking a question. Do you know who
Well,
Sakir Akan is?
I want to make sure you understand that this simply says that we will cooperate with ICE.
No,
in
it does
all-
not say that. I read what it
We will
says, and let me talk to you about the results. Do you know who Sakir Akan is? You should, as the governor of New York State. Do you know?
Refresh my recollection.
He was an illegal migrant in New York. And do you know what crime he committed in addition to being here illegally?
No, I do not.
You do not. This was widely reported. He found a 15-year-old girl, threatened her with a metal pole, told her to get into the back seat of his car. He took her clothes off, and he violently raped her in Albany, New York. Do you know who Sebastian Zapita Khalil is?
I'm sure you'll tell me there's many cases, whether they're
These are
here-
high-profile cases.
Yes.
New Yorkers know about them, and you don't. So let's talk about Sebastian Zapita Khalil. Do you know who that is?
I don't have the specific details at my disposal, no.
Well, this is an illegal migrant in New York because of your sanctuary state policies. Do you know what crime he committed?
I'm not familiar at this moment.
I bet you're going to be familiar when I remind you. He found a sleeping woman on the subway, lit her on fire, and burned her alive. This is in Kathy Hochul's New York. And as I'm sure you are aware, and I'll remind you, that ICE issued an order to detain this violent criminal, but that was rejected by New York officials due to sanctuary state laws. Now, do you know who Raymond Rojas Basilio is?
I just want to say this. These crimes are horrific.
Because of
condemn
your
them,
because of
and I
your
would say
sanctuary state policies.
In all of these cases, we would work with ICE to remove
You
them.
did not in this case. They are
If they need
walking
our
on the
assistance.
streets because of your policies and your executive order that you signed 3 times. Now, Raymond Rojas Basilio, do you know who that is?
I'm telling you this. I will
You don't
explain
know
to you
who
the
it is.
policies of New York. We cooperate with, I know you're just
You do
trying
not.
to
You do not. Specifically,
miss-
ICE was told not to detain this individual, and he burned a woman alive on the New York subways in Kathy Hochul's New York. So I will keep on going. What about Raymond Rojas Basilio? Do you know who that is?
I'm going to tell you our overall policy, which will address all this.
I'll tell
We
you
do
who
not-
that is. He is an illegal who molested an 11-year-old in our state because, again, of your sanctuary state policies. This illegal was shielded from federal immigration enforcement and able to commit this heinous crime. And what about Wilson Castillo Diaz? Do you know who that
I am
is?
telling you this. We do cooperate fully with ICE in criminal prosecution. Our sanctuary
You're not advocating for
regulations
these victims.
only deal with
This is a
civil
5-year-old who
enforcement.
was raped
Civil
on Long
enforcement.
Island in Nassau County. You are not advocating on behalf of these victims. You are shielding illegals. Even in your opening statement,
That is
you
not true.
prioritize putting illegals first.
That is not
Rapes
true.
of young girls, beatings of NYPD cops by illegals who are here under Kathy Hochul's failed policies, burning New Yorkers alive. This is Kathy Hochul's New York. It's one of the many reasons why you're hemorrhaging support from hardworking New York
These are
families.
horrific crimes, and they're
They're
heartbreaking.
horrific crimes that are committed on your watch. You signed this executive order on your first day in office. You signed it again and again this January. We deserve a governor who stands up for law-abiding New Yorkers, doesn't put illegals first, but actually puts New Yorkers first. I appreciate
Rather
the
than going
chairman's-
after the viral moment, I suggest you
No,
look
no,
at the
no.
facts.
I'm standing up for New Yorkers.
No.
Rather than addressing the illegals in New York, you are prioritizing your far-left sanctuary state policies, which you put in place with executive orders. Instead of advocating for
cooperate
victims,
in all
a
those
5-year-old
cases.
who
We
was raped,
cooperate with ICE.
you did not. They were released
We
because
cooperate
of
with
sanctuary
ICE.
state
We
policies in New
cooperate
York
with
State.
law
No
enforcement.
amount of words is going to clean up your failed record and these horrific crimes committed in sanctuary state that you created. And with that, I
Your
yield back.
representation, the facts are
Gentlelady,
absolutely
yield-
false.
yields back.
Absolutely
Chair
false.
recognizes Ms. Norton from Washington, D.C.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let's be real. Since the
Day
start,
one. The very first thing Kathy Hochul does as governor is sign an executive order doubling down on New York's sanctuary state policies. And not just once, she renewed it 3 times. What does this mean? It means New York law enforcement is forbidden from working with ICE to deport violent illegal aliens. That's right, your government is actively shielding criminals while law-abiding citizens pay the price. Let me read it for you, because the left loves to twist words. State officers shall not disclose information to federal immigration authorities. Law enforcement may not use resources to apprehend individuals for civil immigration violations. Translation: if an illegal migrant rapes, murders, or burns someone alive, New York's government will still protect them from deportation. Disgusting. Now, let's talk about the real victims, the ones Hochul ignores while she virtue signals for the far left. Did Hochul even know his name? No. This monster threatened a teenage girl with a metal pole, dragged her into a car, and violently raped her in Albany. And thanks to sanctuary policies, he was protected from ICE. While this poor woman slept, this illegal migrant lit her on fire. ICE tried to detain him, but New York officials said a no. Because Kathy Hochul's policies put illegals before citizens. An innocent child. Destroyed. And where was New York? Protecting the criminal, not the victim. A 5-year-old LD. Let that sink in. While Hochul lectures us about compassion, a little girl's life is shattered because her government cares more about illegal criminals than American children. These aren't isolated incidents. This is Kathy Hochul's New York. A war zone where citizens are prey and illegal aliens get a free pass. And how does she respond? With spineless excuses. We cooperate with ICE, bull. If you cooperated, these monsters would have been deported before they committed these atrocities. But no, Hochul would rather gaslight New Yorkers than admit her policies are a failure. Meanwhile, NYPD officers are getting beaten in the streets by illegal migrants. Police resources are drained. Shelters are overflowing. Taxpayers are footing the bill for this invasion. And Hochul? She's too busy pandering to the radical left to care. Folks, this isn't just a New York problem. This is a direct result of the Democrats' open border agenda. Biden floods the country with illegals, and spineless governors like Hochul roll out the red carpet. They call us xenophobic for wanting laws. They call us racist for demanding security. But we know the truth. This is about power. They want millions of new dependents to vote Democrat, no matter the cost. Well, patriots, I've got news for them. Americans are waking up. We see the blood on their hands. We see the lies. And we're not backing down. Here's how we fix this nightmare. Revoke all sanctuary policies. No more shielding criminals. Deport every illegal criminal, not catch and release. Catch and deport. Secure the border, walls, troops, and zero tolerance for illegal crossings. Hold traitors accountable. Hochul, Biden, and every politician enabling this disaster must answer for their betrayal. New Yorkers, you deserve better. Americans, you deserve better. It's time to stand up, fight back, and take our country back from the elites who've sold us out. Share this video. Spread the truth. And in November, vote like your life depends on it. Because it does. Right View Nation, signing off. Stay angry, stay vigilant, and never surrender. God bless America.